All right, y'all. So I'm back live again. Try this again because sometimes this thing be tripping, and I didn't want, you know, people to get it confused. So wait for me to get some people in the room. All right, Thomas, what's up? Okay, I got one person in the room. All right. But back to what I was saying, y'all. It's crazy because I feel like the trolls be trying to be out here baiting us, setting us up with false information to kind of throw you off your game. Really, the trolls be slipping information, and then have different YouTubers like as far as this whole YouTube Civil War thing back and forth. They baiting people. They setting people up. Now I'm not gonna do like total breakdowns of what I'm seeing, but they definitely, these trolls, you got to watch your back because they be feeding you false information. Yeah, this is a new stream, y'all. I got off because something was up with the last one, so I got on the stream again. But I've definitely noticed that it's been some crazy stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you to all my new subscribers and my moderators and people that follow me. Much love to y'all because y'all keep me grounded and in touch with what's going on. And I definitely wanted to just the whole purpose of my channel was to uplift people, talk about the black issues in the community. But now I switched it to I wanted to talk about just issues that's going on in the community altogether. But with this situation, this definitely with this trolling, it's a distraction, and it's getting people off track. It's getting people to look at stuff. That's why I'm staying focused. I want my spiritual eyes and my vision to be sharpened. But I'm definitely listening to the Lord where he has me just I'm sitting and I'm waiting patiently because that's what the message was to me, to definitely wait and be patient. Hey, Vonnie, you back again? Because I'm thinking that this portion I already said I feel like before this year is out, this whole situation is going to be resolved with this whole Kanika fiasco. It's just getting really old. People, profiting off the girl name and not moving past the situation. It's just getting old as far as the fact of people just need to kind of move on, like, with their lives. They need to just put this whole situation down because it's so chaotic. You said he live now? I'm talking, man. I said extra suspicious. The truth is coming out. It's different people that is putting information out, and they know they've been putting out lies, and they're gonna be exposed. Hey, K Brooks, they're gonna be exposed. Yes, it ain't nothing like forward movement. I'm sitting, I'm waiting on God, and I'm forwardly progressing because this situation, it has people, it's driving people to be rogue, to go insane type of stuff. I think even after this whole situation, I'm gonna have my computer looked at because I don't want no notifications from no chosen clown, and I don't subscribe to him. So that's very weird. Like my lives have been acting weird. So he probably crawled out of his little hole. Vonnie, I like been on different channels just seeing what's going on, and it's he said it's weird. He go live. He could do all of that. He could do all of what he think he gonna do. You still getting taken down by the Most High God. And when I'm gonna have a tall glass of root beer and wings, just at the thought of you being behind bars, just at the thought of you going down, buddy. So he could do all of that. You could try to run, but you know, what you want, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? He don't need to watch me. He need to watch God work. When I see a lot of things, people don't realize. When I talk about God, I be serious. People, a lot of people, they talk about God to be like carnal, to sound good. I mean what I say when I say certain stuff. Like I may have seen something, and I'll mention it, not because I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm trying to give that warning as a way to help the person. It's like, no, if you don't turn from what you're doing, I strongly think that you're gonna have some problems. But it's funny that I feel like people, they watch me and they put up a response. They put up a response when I expose what they doing. And a lot of the times when I expose stuff, I won't say the name. Like I'll spiritually be trying to get the person's attention to say, hey, you've been used, people could see you. You know what I mean? God might give you a vision or a dream and say this person, let this person know. But I don't, it's not my intention to embarrass the person or to try to, to do different things, to try to tear the person down. It's kind of to warn them so that they can get themselves together before the Lord bring that judgment down to them. Hey, no pain, Abe. A lot of stuff when I be speaking on it, I be seeing people address it like the next day. Well, a lot of them don't. When you do stuff that is morally wrong, it will chip away at your conscience to where it will become easier for you to do stuff. Like people in this time, their heart is going to turn wax cold. Their heart is turning cold. Hey, China, I feel like I haven't seen you in the chat in a long time. Yeah, their heart is going to be wax cold. But I'm definitely going to have my computers and everything sweet this weekend. Because I'm definitely want to make sure my cybersecurity is secured and well. Because that's mighty odd that my live, for the last 2 days, my live has been tripping. So I'm gonna get somebody on the line, definitely. It's good when you have cyber tech people around. And I gotta work on our group this weekend so that we could talk in our group without all this trolling drama. You got a notification from Clown Shoes? See, this time I didn't get the you to the other side of the basement. Hold the heck up. You got a notification too, Earlene? Y'all, I'm not surprised. I think he be sitting back watching people. It don't matter. Don't watch me, watch God. Earlene, I know I'm not subscribed either. That's what I'm like. When I got that notification, I was like, ew. Yeah, he's up to something, Red Sunray. Anytime the enemy is quiet, he's up to something. But it's okay, boo. I'm going to be vigilant. And I'm going to be on watch. Because just because I'm not saying nothing, don't mean I'm not on watch either. See, you working, but I'm working at the same time. I'm working at the same time. Yup. He working. Just because you don't hear him talking, he working. Don't watch me, watch God. God gonna come in real swift. He gonna come, what he said, he gonna come like a thief in the night, honey. You ain't gonna know when he coming. So you might want to get yourself together. You could lie on the internet, but don't lie till you die. Response together, man. He need to get, I'm telling you, I feel like them people, they watching it. You said he working with the I don't know about all that. I ain't gonna speak on no federal stuff. Told y'all them jails and all that, that ain't where I'm going. Right, that's so awkward that it ain't come as no recommended video. And if you got hacked, how you on the internet? See this that lying stuff he do, that's how he get caught with all that. He be talking too much. Everybody that I told y'all about, or like, have y'all ever noticed that I'll say something on my channel, but I won't say a name, but somebody, the people in their spirit that feel like they was exposed, they feel the need to address it. See, Chosen think he putting plants out, but I put some plants out. He don't know. He don't know what I'm up to. Sometimes you gotta just move in silence. Sometimes you gotta move in silence when dealing with people. But y'all can see that it's something going on because all this YouTube division and all this crazy stuff that's going on, people tipping off people false information and have them put that information up because they trying to take you down. That's why I don't listen to these trolls. You got to be fully uh secured. You got to be fully watched and secured. That troll, and she wanted a wrench over here. She wasn't going to get nobody. Well, Daryl, allegedly there's a video of the real Beach Beauty back from Chosen Clown where she was on that panel over there. So, I don't think that that's the same person. So I don't know. I don't know if that's trolls tipping off people the wrong information, but there is videos from her on the panel on Chosen King. From what I've been hearing, that there's videos. Yeah, I don't believe that's the same lady. There's definitely it's a that power panel. Her name, I remember that she was on there with her face showing on that power panel. If anybody remember that. So I don't believe that that's the same person. Yeah, I think they're two different people as well, Morgan. Morgan, one day when I set up the show in 2018, you got to tell me how to pronounce your name, girl. You got to tell me how to pronounce your name. When I let people get their testimonies, yeah, I don't think so. That's why I'm like certain stuff. I be like, nah. Like you could. It's like, guys, it's okay. Like if you watch different YouTubers or you like different YouTubers, it's okay to like different YouTubers and you know and have respect for other people and their opinion. Like I don't always agree with everything different YouTubers I like say. I may not speak on it. If I don't believe in it, I may not speak on it. It's gonna be on here, Vonnie. It's just like I'm gonna change some stuff as far as like I'm not gonna I may not vlog on my iPad. I'm gonna start vlogging maybe like on the Google Hangouts so that I can have I could talk to y'all about things. I could have people talk to me about their testimony. Like I want it to be more so like a talk show type situation. You said went there on straight flop. His new name is straight flop for that. Like I'm telling y'all, that was just so disrespectful. The energy he had toward me when I didn't say anything disrespectful about him, other than the fact that I thought it was disgusting that he was you know, it was just disrespectful. Like you profiting off a dead girl and you saying that you got to make opportunities out of that. Like I didn't understand what was their problem with that. But you said, do I think that was Ty's sister walking the halls? Rashawn, I don't really know, to be honest. It's so many dynamics of the Kanika Jenkins case that are so uncertain. It's just hard to really speak on that whole situation. And my whole position about the whole Kanika Jenkins situation from the beginning, I said, from the appearance, it's a tragic situation. But I said that the devil is always the author of confusion, and that there were some things that were not adding up with the whole situation. I never was into examining them videos because I'm like, if you look on the my previous videos, I say my thoughts on it. The fact that so much evidence was released, I didn't really trust it, because when in the history do they ever really release evidence for the public to see? Like, so I really wasn't trying to get myself like frozen and stuck on the whole Kanika situation, because I was like, if the Lord was the Lord, He's gonna vindicate this girl. So it's gonna be some truth being exposed to that. You can't lie about something forever. Somebody is gonna slip eventually. So I just was like, I can't sit here and be looking at 100 Facebook videos and trying to look at the dynamics of edited videos that were edited in the first place. So I just was like, you know what? I'm giving this situation to God, because God is not the author of confusion. Like, unless, right, China, it was definitely just way too much with the situation, which led me to believe, like, was this situation a distraction? And just because it was a distraction, you get what I'm saying? Just because it was a distraction in my eyes, that doesn't mean that somebody couldn't have got hurt in the process. You said one of them girls. I just know, like, it's 100 theories on what could have happened, what should have happened, but only God and the killer know what happened. God, the killer, and Kanika know what happened. So God is gonna work that out. It's just that I know that the people, they really want a win. Like, after so much injustice, especially if you like black, you just want that one win to say that you got a win on a case, because of the whole Trayvon and Mike Brown and all of that. Right? They put that information out to me to have people looking here, looking there, looking everywhere. Like, this has never happened in no other case that I've seen, where people have taken the initiative to feel like they are detectives in a case. You said it's some more people, Brittany, gonna get it. If they end up on my radar, if God put them on my radar, then I might. But that's why I said a lot of stuff that y'all not really gonna hear me, because it's a lot of people, they wanted me to talk about that Dr. Ali situation. I said I'm not getting involved with that. I'm not getting myself involved with that, because I don't know that dude personally, and I haven't seen anything. You get what I'm saying? on my end. I don't know about if a degree is real or if it's not real. You know what I mean? Like, but in any event, my whole point was, if different people don't have a degree that's trying to solve this is regular people, then why point that out for one individual? Like I got plaques, but I'm not sitting there like, oh, your opinion is not valid because you have or don't have a plaque. You get what I'm saying? It's common sense. Like, just because you have or don't have a degree doesn't mean that your opinion can't be a valid opinion about something. So I feel like if I saw something where he was doing, you said he's charging out of chat about Kanika. I'll look at that, but I'm not really messing with that. Yeah, it was Ladybug. It was getting out of hand. It was getting so out of hand. But somebody, I showed y'all the video. Dasi Kadasi, she explained this so good on how they could harvest they harvesting energy from people taking their time out. Like that negativity, you don't realize like that could be siphoned from you. Negative energy and that type of energy, it could be harnessed from you. So the anxiety, you know what I mean? Like if y'all ever seen the Japanese doctor or scientist, I believe it's a scientist that did the water test, where on one bottle of water he put the word hate, and on one bottle, and he put hate in different little evil words and all of that, like that type of energy. That's why words, I keep telling these people, words and different things that you say are very important. He put love on the other bottle. The one that had love and positive words on it stayed pure, but the one that had hate and different things, like, you know, fear and anxiety, that one became moldy. So you got to think about it. If you cutting on YouTube every day, right? You cutting on YouTube every day. You got YouTubers defaming people, okay, lying about different scenarios, coming in any scenario that these people have been coming up with is a lie, because it is bearing false witness, because you weren't there, you weren't privy to anything, and you're dealing with evidence that was botched, that was put out by the police in the first place. I've been saying this from day one. So I was like, people need to, I've been saying it. I was like, the Kanika case is, you know, the Kanika case solved? Is the Kanika case solved? You said they don't know what botched is. Well, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at different situations. Like um people just, it would be the same with other YouTubers that have went to Patreon. Like they're charging on Patreon for lives and stuff that they're putting out, as opposed to like a legal remedy or whatever. Like, I'm not a lawyer, but I know the law and different stuff. Like, it's all about what you study and that type of stuff. Yeah, justice is gonna be served. It's just like you just have to be in your mind good with the fact that it could be served and maybe you won't know. You know what I mean? Or we don't know how God is gonna move. You get what I'm saying? We don't know how God is gonna move. But the person that's responsible, or the persons that's responsible, they're gonna be held responsible. You don't have to have anxiety and fear about that. Because just because the devil used this whole internet situation to exploit the situation and all of that, that doesn't mean, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that we won't get a victory for that. Like, I be having to think about my thoughts sometimes. Like, that doesn't mean that we're not going to get a victory. That doesn't mean that justice in the carnal world system is not going to be done. Daryl, you said it could be street justice. I don't know how it's going to be served, but I know that the Lord is the provider. He's a healer. So I know that he's definitely going to deal with the situation. It's going to be served whether it's in a court of law or not. It's going to be served. It doesn't matter how many lies is put out on the internet. The Lord is going to shine that light, baby, on the situation. Jason Hunter, I don't blame her. Right. That's what I was saying too. Like, any way you look at it, from what the police report did come out with and say, it's telling on the hotel. But they may not be held responsible. They may or may not be held responsible due to the fact that all these, like I said, like the fraud of putting out false information on the internet. Like, this is a defense attorney's dream. All of these scenarios that's up on the internet. This is a defense attorney's dream. Reasonable, come on, reasonable doubt. That's the two words that I would say. All of these scenarios, they could take any one of these nuts scenarios and push that as a narrative. They've already, pushed the whole, oh, she just walked in the freezer scenario. So even though you know the truth, y'all know the truth that girl ain't just walking no freezer. It's just the world system. But God overrides the world system. You think he's worried about the world system? That's why having all this anxiety and animosity, that's why I'm just like, God just keeps telling me, be cool as a cucumber, honey. Like the lilies of the valley, don't worry about getting their water and their rain. And he make a way for that. He gonna make a way in the situation. And even let me tell y'all, what the wicked is storing up is going to be given to the righteous. So they could store up all this. The people that's last is going to be first, and the first is going to be last. It don't matter about all of that. It don't matter about what these people are up to and what they doing. You said they not fooling us like the rest of the creep squad? Ladybug, you calling people a creep squad? Yep, John Q, it's negligence at the highest. You said thank God for that. Honey, I ain't worried about none of these folks. When you a child of God, you protected. That's why you don't have to get yourself in anxiety. They feed all these sick demonic people. They feed off of anxiety, fear-based manipulation, psychological warfare. They've been using psychological. People worried about the videos that they putting out of the black people getting killed and shot in the street. Psychological warfare. Come on, in Germany, my friend was telling me about a situation where a girl from Germany was over here and they started talking about the Holocaust. She was saying that they don't even talk about that type of stuff in Germany. But they'll talk about slavery and show you your Jim Crow ancestors hung up and lynched on a tree. Psychological warfare. Psychological warfare. It's what spiritual warfare. Like, people, they have to know how to arm themselves. You got to maintain a state of peace so that your body, your temple, where God resides, it stays pure. They said that whole movie Roots and all of that book was a plagiarized book that was romanticized slavery. Yeah, Jesus is my plug, my lifeline, my life source. God is good. God is good. Why these people, that's why these people, they out here plotting on other people, and why they out here doing this stuff, I'm just sitting right here and with positive energy, positive vibes. You said they look you right in the eyes and lie. They don't have no conscience. The closer you are to God, the closer your connection is, that type of stuff will vex you. People be like, why you be sounding so hostile? Because when you're close, when you have a connection to God, like when you really love God, that type of stuff will vex your spirit so hard when people be out here doing crazy stuff. Like, imagine this, y'all. Imagine that you have eyes that can see naturally, but you also have eyes that can see spiritually. So you meet a person and you, just by you shaking their hand, you just looking at them, like you could see different stuff on them. That's the type of eyes or vision that I experience. You said Project Baby. That's all it is. That's psychological warfare. That's why you have the division between the people, because they broadcasting to the black people that the black people the only ones getting shot in the street, injustice, and all of that. Meanwhile, in between time, it's something plaguing the other communities too. It's like it's kind of with that situation, pick your poison, because it's different ailments in different communities. This whole situation, honey, like I don't trust nothing related to this case. Like if y'all want to know what my position is about this case, I got plenty of videos where I talk about my thoughts on this. Like I never trusted this whole situation. Um, she reminds you of K420. Oh God, y'all didn't like Kate too much. Y'all was not playing with her. Believe and trust and trust in God, but you got to let this situation go and move forward. Like we getting ready to go into 2018. People still looking at fuzzy videos trying to figure that out. You're not gonna figure that out. Mm, you said, do I believe? I have belief that the situation was a circumstance where it could have been used to distract people and keep people stuck. The freezer is so symbolic of being stuck, because what happens to food in the freezer? It's frozen solid, it's stuck. That doesn't mean I don't believe that somebody was hurt or harmed, because you can be hurt or harmed in those type of situations. So just because it was used to harness energy and all of that other stuff. And also, you got to be careful even with that whole black pride stuff, because that's a way for, a harness of energy. I just believe in that. Like, if you following YouTubers that always speak negatively, just think about those two water bottles with the word love and the word hate on it. Like if they got like the ones especially that I see that got so much hate in their heart toward people they don't even know, like calling people all kind of bees and stuff. I stay away from those type of people, because even when I'm up here talking to y'all, I told y'all that this stuff is never really personal for me. This is more so spiritual. Like, I don't know Chosen King physically. I don't like the spirit that he operated in, as far as lying to people, exploiting people for profit, um the psych, the psychiatric behavior. Okay, so me looking at that, I'm like, okay, I'm judging his spirit. Like, I'm not liking that spirit that you're carrying. Chosen thing. Like, just different. You just gotta be careful. Like, even when you in the chat, because I made the video where you unbreaking soul ties and unfollowing certain stuff. Please make sure that you do not link yourself just because that you like a YouTuber, that you're not linking yourself up with people that could lead you to, be dealt with yourself by the wrath of God. Okay? You always have to make sure that when you're doing something, what your motive is. Do a heart check yourself. Okay? Make sure your heart is in the right place. Because even though I don't like the spirit that certain people have, I'm going to do it with decency and order. You got to do it with decency and order, because you can't get your hands dirty. You get your hands dirty, you going to share in the portion of judgment. Yeah, I don't like that evil nature type stuff. When it's so easy for, like, even the people that was like, oh, Miss Teresa is a bee and all of this, I was not feeling that. Like, as my spirit, it was not well with my spirit. And I don't even know the lady or anything about her or her daughter. I just was like, that's ungodly to do that. Because if you don't have no fact that this lady did this and you bearing false witness, because it's like, it don't matter how many fingers they point at each other. You all are liars, because nobody was there but the people that was there. And that's it. You could say that you have a feeling about something. You know what I mean? Like, it's in your opinion. But when these people started presenting this stuff as fact, I said, oh, they done turned this into a circus. These people, they take God for a joke. Like, these people have lost their spiritual equilibrium. You had to come in and start a civil war. Well, I'm calling for peace and neutrality. The only people that I'm going at is the people that they need to be exposed and that the Lord put on my radar, because they're evil, but I don't want to stoop to the level, their same level, okay? Because the law of the land, God is not going to be flip or floppy when it comes to what he said for you to do. If you don't keep yourself clean, you're going to participate and reap the portion of which the seed that you sowed. That's why you got to fact check your heart, do a heart check for everything that you do. Don't get into collusion and cahoots with people either, because people will have you jacked up. They could have somebody could have an off thought, and then you run with that thought with them. That's guilty by association. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have your own mind and own brain. You could still like people, but in your mind, you don't got to get yourself involved with everything. You don't got to get yourself involved with every little thing or every little thought that somebody had, because as humans, even sometimes when we try to do the right thing, we still have flaws. So it's possible that even myself, I could have an off thought about, certain things. And my mom or like somebody close to me will check me and be like, I don't. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, you don't do all that following because people will have you messed up. People will have you out here. I'm sure a lot of these subscribers and people, I'm not saying anybody personally, but even on different channels or different places, the person that's speaking, they have a thought and it just, the whole shaboozle and people, they just start running with the thought. You got to think for yourself. Use your own brain. Use your own brain so that you're not getting yourself outside of the will of God for your own life. You know what I mean, y'all? Y'all gotta just keep yourself right, keep yourself good. Cause I know, like, even when I was younger, I would have friends and they would do different stuff. And I would be like, girl, I'm not about to get in cahoots with you to do that against somebody. No, no, no. No, no, no. Not doing that. So you just gotta check your motives, because sometimes, like I said, people that you love or care about, they could have a off thought and cause you to get into a unrighteous agreement spiritually and have you reaping the same benefits and portion as the person that you talking about. Like, it's okay to stand up for injustice and stand up and expose evil and stuff like that. You just have to do it the right way. It ain't by any means necessary or any cost. You have to do things the right way. Make sure people ain't getting hurt. Make sure different stuff is not, you know what I mean? Make sure that it stays the truth and factual. When I got up here and I exposed straight flop, you didn't hear me saying nothing about that man that was not factual. When I said what I said about Chosen, I just state the facts. You'll be all good if you state the truth. If you state the truth, then you'll stay good. Your hands will stay clean. Because it's not a lie. Yep, godly way is the only way, honey. Because you could be sitting there like you doing something, and the Lord looking at you like, you think I'm not about to address that? Well, I'm going to put it simply like this. Evil cannot cast out evil. So if you dealing with somebody that's evil, you cannot do an evil act to cancel out evil. You get what I'm saying? That's why if the devil recognize that you have any evil in you, them demonic spirits will be like, Jesus, I know. Paul, I know. But who are you? So you have to keep yourself good at all times. That's bring that light. Because darkness can't cast out darkness. I'm glad that y'all came to kick it with me today on the live, because I was like, we needed what's going on in the community right now. Because it was so much animosity and so much pain and so much stuff. I was like, no, this has went left. But I'm also just going to be still and wait on the Lord, honey. The Lord is going to shut and be the biggest light that's going to shed a lot of things, light on a lot of things from all directions. Yep, no pain aid. That's exactly. Don't do it, because you'll mess yourself up. You could have love for people. That's why I would never, even in my whole situation, if I do something, people don't have to have my same view. Like, y'all could like other YouTubers, even if I have a problem with them, or for whatever reason. I'm not asking people, like I said, I'm not running a cult over nowhere. So if I say something that caused flack to come to me, I'm going to deal with that accordingly. I just have love. Bonnie, I got love for you, Deborah, and all of y'all for having my back in certain situations. But sometimes Like I said, I even get heart checks sometimes. I gotta ask myself, well, what's the reason I'm doing that? My mom will even say, um, what would be your reasoning for doing that? You know what I mean? Nobody will ever be able to say, Bonnie, you be cracking me up, girl. You and China, y'all be cracking me up. Fatima too. Jason be throwing people up out of here. Y'all be having my back for real. And I got love for all of my moderators, Priscilla, Sheena, all of y'all. The other Jason too. Y'all be putting people out. Fatima, I remember it was either who was it? China and Fatima and Bonnie, y'all be at work. I just want to thank y'all because y'all be helping me because these folks are crazy. Like, it's just this YouTube world has opened up a whole new form of craziness that I've been exposed to. Like, Lord, it's really this many crazy people in the world. Well, Cold Sunshine, I feel like that's very true. I feel like a lot of the times um a lot of people, I'm gonna let y'all know off the bat, they're not gonna like me because I touched that nerve. I touched that nerve when I exposed that the unrighteousness. And they say, "Oh, well, you're self-righteous or whatever." Like, listen, on just about every video I proclaim, I'm not a perfect person, and nor do I proclaim to be. It's a daily walk with God. But it's just, I feel like when God asks me to do something, I have to speak on that situation, because if you have love for people, because God has unconditional love for his creations, you're going to rebuke them when they're wrong. Just like God will rebuke, and Jesus rebuked people in the Bible when they were wrong. If people are not doing that, then they don't really love you. They don't care about you. This is exactly how a narcissist is born. Because when you don't have that equal balance, like, I'm going to use my mom for example. Even when I would have people telling me like I was so great, my mom would be like, "You all right?" Because she was trying to give me that equal balance of, you have to have that constructive criticism and like that truth. Otherwise, you could become a narcissist. If somebody loves you, they're going to rebuke you when you're wrong. They're going to talk to you, because you'll have a whole bunch of yes people when you're doing the wrong thing. And you, like, people, they think that just because people are following you and you're getting views, that you're not on your way to eternal damnation. You thinking it's all good because you're having a little fun and making money. But if you died tomorrow, where would you be? If you died tomorrow, you can't take none of that currency, because it ain't money, it's currency. But Daryl, I would say they was like, "Why aren't you talking about any other YouTubers?" I spiritually have been talking to other YouTubers. I may not say all of their names, but it was several people that I talked about on this channel, and I urged them to stop breaking the law. I said, "You are breaking the law." It was an instance where I said, I didn't say a name, but I said, "I know that you may be using your work software to look people up for this Justice for Kanika situation." I said, "It's not that serious." Okay? I never said this person's name, but they got the message because they made a video. And I know they received that message. And I told them, I would hate for you to lose your job behind this whole situation because you looking for some likes on the internet. Protect your livelihood. It's not worth it over this internet foolishness. because you want to be a star for 15 minutes. It's not worth that. The person, they got the message who I was talking to. They even came to my chat. They came to my chat. It's like a lot of times people, they want me to say names for entertainment. You know what I mean? They want me to go at different people for entertainment. Right. I don't, exactly, Alonda. I don't have to address every single person on YouTube, but the ones that God led me to say, like, every situation, even when I'm exposing situations, I could be directly talking to that person. Whoever the message is for, it'll be delivered to that person. You know what I mean? It will be delivered to that person. They'll know who it is, and they could govern themselves accordingly. They could get themselves together without being everything, or certain people, they don't have to be put on Front Street to go and get themselves together. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? Yeah. You, straight. Larissa, did you see him today when the other day on his video where right after I was on my video saying you ain't addressed none of them dudes, he on there real soft. You know, they're clowns. You know, these guys, they're aboriginals. You know, they're clowns. But he was on a whole 0 to 100 on me for not, because I wasn't disrespectful with what I said. He agreed with everything that I said about what he was doing. You said you binge watched? Daryl, I appreciate the support, hon. I appreciate the support. You said you gonna subscribe. Bonnie, I couldn't believe that. Like, Bonnie, and I thank you, hun, because I be seeing you on different YouTube platforms, or people be coming back and telling me that Bonnie was saying this and she was standing up for you. I appreciate you, hun. You know what I also appreciate about y'all? That y'all don't bring me back, you know, garbage from other people's channels. Like, I'm aware that the people, or the foul people, the stuff that they say, and I just appreciate y'all that y'all keep my environment positive. Yeah, Vonnie, I got Fatima. I know, Fatima, girl. I know you be putting work in, girl. I done seen you put a huge troll out the chat. I be seeing a lot of y'all on different channels. I see a lot of y'all, and I just want to thank even my subscribers for telling people. Yeah, I be seeing a lot of y'all, and I got a lot of love for y'all. You said Morgan be over there? You troll straight drop at the beginning. I be Larissa, I be seeing you too. I be seeing who else? I see so many of y'all. Like, I just was like, thank y'all for that, for the support, because you know, there are trolls out here that they try to put out untrue stuff about me because they're mad. Like, you know, they're gonna be mad. You're late, Jason. It's okay, Jason. I got 2 lives that you could watch. Chosen keeps you black. He don't want you to touch the truth, the truthful area. You said you wish somebody would get fly on me, 80s baby. Hi, Jen. I hope that you're feeling better. I haven't seen Lady Royal. I wonder where Lady Royal is. Jason, you're late. It's all good. It's like 2 videos for you to watch. We got cut off on the other live stream, so I got back on. Y'all, when I come up here and talk to y'all, I just try to be as genuine as possible. Like, my mom even had to tell me, like, in my, even as a little girl, like you can't help everybody bread. Like you may want to give, have concern, but she's like, sometimes you just gotta let people, like I'll warn them, but after that they gotta go on to their own situation. But that's the beauty about God. Like God gives you that choice. Like it's never a forced thing with him. Really got too much love. They know. Yeah, straight flop is not a stand up individual, and neither is a lot of these people. Thank you, Yamaya. A lot of these people, you see what the motives are. You have some people saying they didn't want to get chosen off the internet, and they only wanted to report on him when Chosen made those terroristic threats and started making a fool on him on the internet. But it was, I saw a lot of people. They saw that spirit grow. They saw that spirit, fester up. You saw him when he started doing little stuff until it elevated to that. The rest of they better fear God. That's who they better fear. They better fear God. See, they don't know your light is brighter than a silver spoon. Well, that's, a lot of people, that's why you see a lot of them, they choose to try to disrespect me. But the Lord vindicates me. Yeah, they fear God. That's who they fear. They fear that God. Wait, what happened? Somebody said something about some evidence. Let me pull up the chat so I can see all of these things going on. Earlene, girl, I agree with you. It says right here, people say see the clown is an agent. I see it as the feds keeping evidence. Man, that dude is crazy. Like them terroristic threats he put on the internet. That's when people wanted to start reporting on him when he started escalating until it got way out of control. Because at first it was like, oh, you always reporting on him. Why you talking about him? I don't want to get him off the internet. Till he said he was gonna put somebody's daughter in the trunk. Like, come on, this is so crazy. Like, it's just like if you catch stuff before, that's why I was like, we ain't gonna have another Chosen situation with straight drop. We gonna stop straight drop right. He gonna flop right here. We gonna stop you right here, sir. You're not gonna get out of hand like that. This is your first time. A lot of people, like if we band together as a community and we just shed light and positivity, it ain't gonna be no room for darkness. It will not be no room for people to set up shop. Like if you say no, we're not tolerating that, that's wrong. But it's, you got so many people, you get what I'm saying, that follow this garbage. Straight Drop told you you needed glasses. No, you don't need no glasses because Straight Drop don't even believe that stuff he putting out. Yeah, a lot of these people they came up off this girl, and it's a tragedy how these people came up off the girl. It's a tragedy. Like it's just so disgusting how they just it's Daryl. I love the challenge that you put out. Daryl said that the challenge is let's see if they could get 1,000 views without mentioning Kanika, Teresa, or Lenore, or anybody related to the Kanika Jenkins case. Let's see if they could get 1,000 views without talking about that. Don't even put her name in the title. Don't tag her in the video. Don't put her in the tag. And I just want y'all to know, just always when you even trying to deal with people, Deal with people in love, because you could be angry, but you don't have to sin. Even when exposing people, you don't have to lower yourself to their level. Yeah, you talking about you got 25,000 subscribers. Let me tell you what the challenge is, Alonda. The challenge is we want to see if you could get 1,000 views without putting Kanika name in the title. Don't tag her. Don't put Teresa Martin either, or Lenora, or none of the people related to the Kanika Jenkins case. We want to see if you could get 1,000 views. These people that's J4K praying on this situation. Larissa, well, she's already resting. She's already resting, because when you pass away, you're unconscious in the grave awaiting the Father. So she's spiritually already resting. They're just profiting off a tragedy that happened. Because on her end, she's already resting already spiritually. She's already resting. So they're not bothering her. She has no worries at all at this point. They're bothering the people, the living now at this point. The people who gotta be here for the time being to grieve at this point. To live in this world for the time being. And they want to lie and manipulate and you know, just do all this foul stuff. I don't believe nothing no psychics say. Psychics, you gotta watch them too, because they like to manipulate. Nobody is communicating with the dead. If they communicating with somebody that they think is Kanika, it's a demonic spirit. Let me pull up the scripture for y'all. Hi, Journey. I'm going to pull up the scripture right now where y'all can find this in the Word of God. So, pretty much, in Ecclesiastes 9 and 5, this is basically talking about the dead know not anything. So it says here, certainly we all agree that a dead and deteriorating body has absolutely no consciousness of anything past, present, or future. So Ecclesiastes 12:7, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. And in Ecclesiastes 3:21, who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upwards? So pretty much it says here in Matthew 27:52, and the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. So it pretty much says here, you're unconscious in the grave. Like, you don't have any clue on what is past, present, or future. They don't have any worry. So you could read about that in different parts of the body about what happens. They are unconscious, awaiting for the Father. They're unconscious. They have no worry. And even when you get to heaven, it's not going to be no worry of the past. Like, all of your tears are wiped away clean. The only people that remember is going to be them people that is going to burn eternally in that lake of fire. they gonna be on the chain gang. Quenching water, but they thirst will never be quenched. Morgan, you they gonna be quenching, but they'll never be quenched. Okay, so they have several different translations for the Ecclesiastes, but they all the living if you're living the shape, if you're living, you know that you're gonna die, but once you die, it's a spiritual unconsciousness. That's why it talks about the people in the grave arising from sleep. Okay, what scripture is okay? Wait. Let me see what we talking about over here. I could put the scriptures, Vonnie, in the comments. I'm about to show. I'm about to prove something else. So I'm trying to find the one for y'all. So even Luke 8:52 and 53. Now they were all weeping and lamenting for her, but he said, "Stop weeping, for she has not died, but is asleep." So it's several verses in the Bible that talks about death and what your state is going to be when you die. There's several. Yeah, we're just we're just having a discussion right now about just everything that's been going on. Like, what are our thoughts? Ooh, y'all. So even this. Okay, God bless you, Fatima. Okay. Title title it, the fruits of the spirit. Y'all, even this one right here, 1 Corinthians 15:20. But now Christ has been raised from the dead, the first fruits of those who are asleep. They bringing the United Nations to Chicago. Lord, that's serious. That is serious. Y'all, my thing is saying reconnecting the United Nations, Vonnie. That's a good question. What do they do? Okay, the United Nations is kind of like a panel of people. It's a panel of like it's the world, kind of like a world government, the world police, kind of. They make decisions. They come together like people of different nations come together to form a panel to make decisions and all that. Y'all, my thing is trying to reconnect. So I love you all. I'm gonna get out of here on the live because I don't know what's going on with my connection. I don't even know if you guys can see me, but I will be getting back on tomorrow. So God bless you all. Can you hear me?